Dominik Mysterio shares disrespectful reaction to AJ Lee's shocking WWE return after 10 years. Dominik Mysterio has never been one to hold back his feelings when it comes to speaking about his rivals. And this week's episode of WWE SmackDown once again proved that his dislike for CM Punk runs deep. While the wrestling world is still buzzing about the shocking and emotional return of AJ Lee, Dominic doesn't seem impressed at all. AJ Lee, who had been away from WWE television for nearly a decade, made her much-anticipated comeback to lend her support to her husband CM Punk as he continues his heated feud with Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins. The return was instantly one of the most talked-about moments of the night, but Dominic made it very clear where he stood on the matter. Rather than offering congratulations or expressing excitement over the return of a trailblazer in women's wrestling, Dominic decided to take a subtle yet scathing approach on social media. Shortly after AJ Lee's appearance, he logged into his official X/Twitter account and posted nothing more than a few emojis, a sleeping face and a yawning face, clearly suggesting that he found the entire situation boring and unworthy of attention. For someone like Dominic, who has built his character around arrogance and disdain, especially when it comes to veterans who paved the way before him, this kind of reaction fits perfectly into his persona. What makes the situation even more interesting is that Dominic's dislike for CM Punk has been brewing for quite some time and is not limited to what fans see on TV. In fact, it goes much deeper, rooted in personal experiences that Dominic himself has openly talked about in the past. Earlier this year, during an appearance on Sportskeeda Wrestle Binge, Dominic was asked about his thoughts on CM Punk, and his response left no room for doubt about how he truly felt. He explained, with his signature combination of sarcasm and bitterness, that he despises Punk entirely. He painted a picture of Punk as an aging star who had disappeared from the business for years, only to return and continue to occupy a spotlight that Dominic clearly feels should belong to younger talent. In his own words, Dominic went so far as to claim Punk traumatized him when he was a kid. According to Dominic, when he was just 12 years old, Punk, who was already much older and established at that point, did things that made a lasting negative impression on him. Dominic didn't dive into the exact details, but his tone and wording conveyed the idea that Punk had left him scarred in a way that still fuels his hatred today. His mocking comments about Punk's age, jokingly suggesting that Punk is 60 and still hanging around, reflect just how little respect Dominic has for him. This ongoing disdain for Punk is what makes AJ Lee's return all the more significant for Dominic's story. By stepping back into the ring and aligning herself with Punk, Lee has automatically put herself on Dominic's radar as well. It's not just about Punk anymore. AJ's loyalty to her husband now places her directly in opposition to Dominic and, by extension, Liv Morgan. Wrestling fans know that AJ Lee's name carries tremendous weight. She was one of the most influential female superstars during her time, known for her charisma, her unique look, and her ability to captivate audiences both inside and outside of the ring. Her departure left a void in WWE's women's division, and her return now creates endless possibilities for fresh and exciting matchups. But for Dominic, the sight of AJ Lee standing by Punk's side was nothing more than another reminder of a past he wishes to erase and a rival he wishes would finally disappear. The WWE Universe, however, sees things differently. Social media has been buzzing with excitement since AJ's return, with fans speculating about what could be next. The biggest topic of discussion centers around the potential of a blockbuster mixed tag team match. The idea of CM Punk and AJ Lee joining forces to face Dominik Mysterio and Liv Morgan has already captured the imagination of countless fans. It's the kind of matchup that blends nostalgia with current storylines, creating a clash of eras that few could resist watching. While Liv Morgan is currently sidelined with injury, her eventual return seems inevitable, and fans are eagerly awaiting the day when she can step back into the spotlight alongside Dominic. The chemistry between Dominic and Liv, both in the ring and in their characters' partnership, has become a major talking point in WWE, and pairing them against Punk and AJ would elevate that dynamic to an entirely new level. Dominic's dismissive response to AJ's return, symbolized by his sleeping and yawning emojis, is not just a personal jab, but also a clever continuation of his heel persona. By acting unimpressed with one of the most beloved figures in women's wrestling, he ensures that fans continue to see him as the arrogant young star who thrives on disrespecting legends. This is exactly what makes Dominic such an effective character. His ability to draw heat and stir reactions without needing to say much at all. A simple two-emoji post was enough to get fans talking, debating, and in some cases, fuming at his audacity. It's this very quality that has allowed Dominic to carve out a unique place for himself in WWE, despite being surrounded by bigger, more experienced names. Meanwhile, the potential implications of AJ Lee's return stretch far beyond just her involvement with Punk's current feud. Her presence in WWE once again opens the door for rivalries with today's top women, from Becky Lynch to Rhea Ripley to Bianca Belair. For someone like Liv Morgan, who has been steadily building her reputation as one of the standout performers of the women's division, a match or storyline involving AJ Lee could be career-defining. WWE has always thrived on blending generations, bringing back stars from the past to clash with those who represent the present and future. AJ Lee's comeback is no different, and if WWE decides to capitalize on the momentum, a feud involving her and Liv could become one of the most compelling storylines in the months ahead. Dominic's disdain for Punk, however, ensures that the focus will remain intensely personal. From his perspective, Punk represents everything he despises: a veteran who overstayed his welcome, someone who cast a shadow over his childhood, and now, with AJ Lee's return, a reminder that the past isn't going away anytime soon. His attitude may come across as petty or childish to some, but it is also undeniably effective in drawing attention. Fans tune in not just to see whether Punk and AJ will get the better of him, but also to watch how far Dominic will go in his insults, taunts, and underhanded tactics. His hatred fuels the storyline, giving it the kind of edge that keeps audiences invested. At the heart of all this lies the tantalizing possibility of that dream mixed tag match, Dominic and Liv versus Punk and AJ. It's the kind of bout that writes itself, combining history, emotion, and star power. Punk and AJ would represent resilience, legacy, and the enduring power of wrestling's past, while Dominic and Liv would embody youth, arrogance, and a desire to prove themselves at the expense of legends. For WWE, it would be a chance to deliver a moment that fans would talk about for years to come. For Dominic, it would be another opportunity to cement his status as one of the company's most despised yet captivating stars. Until then, the storyline continues to simmer, combining history, emotion, and star power. Punk and AJ would represent resilience, legacy, and the enduring power of wrestling's past, while Dominic and Liv would embody youth, arrogance, and a desire to prove themselves at the expense of legends. For WWE, it would be a chance to deliver a moment that fans would talk about for years to come. For Dominic, it would be another opportunity to cement his status as one of the company's most despised yet captivating stars. Until then, the storyline continues to simmer,